There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We talk about podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. What is our people who waiting to sell? Blessing that time and that effort are rest. The brothers giving us the end of premise from them. The welcome and life without the end.
I lyrical
Master.
Play Paris, so I'm you. I can't Sktv-Lib. Say my journey, Tina get I say my yamo. And yes, I know money. And more I know. And you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmaster.
And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I couldn't play ya to money. And I couldn't buy ya to money. And I didn't ya to money. And I said ya to money. And I couldn't play ya to money. And I couldn't buy ya to money. And I forget it now ya to money. That's the TV. And I don't forget it now. So she work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmaster.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We talk about podcast and connecting people and culture from getting up out of the club. What is our people who waiting to sell? The flesh, that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lusa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Indeed, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of you, our cherry listeners, our people, those of you always supporting this platform. Let me say it again. Thanks to all of you for always doing your best, for always supporting us, no matter maybe our disagreements. You know, sometimes some of you get into your feelings because you feel that maybe you love political party more than the country, or you love individual more than the country. So sometimes you go angry, you know, on some of the things that we do here, or some of the things that we say here. But again, we are all fighting for better Liberia, and the only way that Liberia will be better, that's that we disagree to agree, and that's the only way that Liberia will be better. You know, but to attack people, to insult people, to bully people, I think it's just a waste of time. Because guess what? All of other countries that are also developed, even though they are going through the worst of time as we speak, there are a lot of protests also going on in Iran. Those of you who are not following the world news, yes, Iran is 1 million times developed over Liberia. So, but guess some of the reasons why they are protesting. Almost 100 plus of their cities have been locked down with protesters, and according to information, almost nearly 30 to 35 persons has lost their lives in our protest. So that tells you the kind of world that we live in. That tells you the kind of thing that we all are going through around the world. But they are protesting for their economy. They are protesting for their economy. They are not protesting because of road. They are not protesting. Like, for example, yesterday we saw people protesting in Mangibi County because of EDC, because there's no power, their businesses have been shut down because of power and so forth. No, they are not protesting because some kind of a person raped somebody, and the law is not there to work, or maybe the law there for only one group of people. No, you know, these systems have been built And these places have been developed. But again, there'll still be a disagreement and people will come out for their rights. And so they are protesting. Sometimes when we come here, we'll tell you that the price of egg is $50. Before we used to buy eggs, 2 for 15 before I can still recall. Yes, that was the price by then for egg. But nowadays, egg is $50 for one egg. And transportations, no control. People charge you anyhow they want to charge you. Even some people pay $5 every day to go to work and come back from work. But again, that's a society and that's the country we live in. When you talk, people insult you. When you say these things, people feel that you are against the demon God because they worship men instead of God. They worship the pastor, they worship the imam, then they worship the politicians. That's the kind of people we are. So, good evening. Let's share the show. The show will be interesting this Friday evening. It'll be interesting. So many things to talk about. So many national issues. So many things in our news, especially when it comes to the issue of the rape of the 15-year-old boy that been raped. The people can use the BB words. Sometimes you use the words, sonomized, or as you may call. Sometimes some of our people, even those educated ones, sometimes they don't even understand these things. So you got to break it down to their level, or to their understanding. Because when we read it, but the Bible talk about the people who talk with equal and baby words at the end of the day, they are all just doing this thing to blindfold the people, to lie to the people, and to cajole the people. And that's true. So I know these things, and I know the Pharisees, Sadducees, or as you may call them, their behavior. So I don't like the kind of behavior for me now. Look, that's why I talk the way I talk. But I know you will get issues. Okay, Chief, I will do that. All right. So I'm sharing the link around. Those of you, yes, please help us share the show. I'm doing that also myself. So don't insult your brother. Don't insult your sister. Don't insult anybody just because they have their own disagreement with happening of the day. Nothing can be developed without system. The reason America is great today is because of system. All the things that are happening in America today, don't be moved by some of these things. That sometimes the politics is there, but the people's system is there. Even our own black president was there before. What happened? And so many things happened. And the fought war, America carried war. So this thing will happen. This thing will happen. But again, I saw the show, man. Yeah, interesting this evening. The show will be more than hot. Yes, so we will also chip in with the most talk about, when there are issues confronting our people, the level of our people, the society, how terrible things are, then the government bring in their yellow machines. It's good. So we'll also chip in with the government, quote unquote, the yellow machines that will be in country. Every time they will be in country. So until these yellow machines arrived, but again, I know some of you in your little corner, you've been asking yourself some of your questions as to how the yellow machines will be maintained. Because mind you, though, when we buy 45,000 car that we gave to lawmakers, we don't be able to even maintain the cars until we're going to be every 3 years again 45,000 cars. Every 3 years again for it. So the yellow machine, how long will the yellow machine last? How will all of this system, all of these things, everything, the country where we get that don't care. Where by the time new government come, they won't do their own thing. It wants and put into things that tomorrow will be sitting down, people start taking pictures. I know tomorrow all happen. People start taking pictures. Bon country people yellow machine, for example, don't say bon country people will break down. Bon country people yellow machine, you been parking set. Let's share the show. People are big. You play help us share the show. Yeah, the country, and that is true. So don't be, some of us, we see this thing because we know what we pass through in this life. And we don't want our children to pass through the same thing. So anytime you're doing things, do it the right way so that tomorrow, the children will wake up and say, yes, our fathers, our mothers, they did this and this and that. Yeah. But you go here, grandchildren, people, that machine been parked because of what? No fuel. Yeah, the country is sweet. Well, every time you think about the thing about our society, so that you can be thinking as to whether we're really serious or we just want to be playing for. But I'm sharing though, so you will get issues. We haven't started yet. They should not start yet. They want to just warm me up. Let me see what are my team already here say. We just warm me up. So all of these things I'm saying. Oh, no sound. Okay. Yeah, share the show. I think please check your system whether you're not getting me, but I think the sound is correct from my area. But King asked for right. And brother, please check your sound system and see as to whether you're getting us loud and clear. But again, it's good to get machines. It's good for government to have our own machines. But if so, why are we contracting, or in fact, we're giving contract to a Sktv-Lib company? Oh God, yeah, man. What would us relating to tell you that politics, the country, until we remove politics and bring reality, that is the only way that we'll move forward. But other than that, the politics of this country is more than any other thing that you think about. And our politicians, they can do anything. Anything, I'm telling you today. They can do anything to get power. You stay in a way that will get rid of you. You stand, they have anything they can do just to get power. That's the fact. We know these things. We know the tensions. We know their reactions. We know what they can do behind the scene. We know what they can say behind the scene. We know all of these things. But again, bringing in things, you want to do this, then that means the machine should have even been empowerment to our engineer that will have it and say, okay, moving forward now, all of the contracts will be given to our own Liberians, brothers and sisters, or engineers that are here. There will be no more foreign contractors. But you will still get Chinese people here working. You will still get the other engineers here doing that work. Then what they say, you will well, I move. Okay, sound is good. James David says sound is good. That's good. Let's share the show. The show will be interesting. In fact, what they my pastor thing for? Let me play me and let my mellow water. What they my pastor? Even though in fact he apologized, the pastor says sorry, but we'll play it. I will play this, and some of you who think that maybe we will go forward for these people these people's spiritual things, is just wasting your own time. Yeah, I have a few videos. I think I have one here too, also from most of other County District number 2 on Representative Sacred County. I'll play that video. But I think this is interesting. Okay, good. So we will be having tournament. The pastors or the men of God, they say the one that tournament. Oh God. By the way, Monk is here, but dear brother, I don't know what I'm setting up. Monk, you already out of the space, but Monk is setting up. So yes, Monk, if it's set, then you let us know so that we can have you on. All right, so Monk says setting up. So let me see quick. Let me pass you with this video. Say Monk setting up. Yeah. So
I think I'm ready. I'm all good. Can you hear me?
All right. Okay, good. But then Monk, go ahead first. Go ahead, my brother. Good evening. And everything. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. Today is Friday. I wasn't sure of being here, but I'm here. You know, my own schedule is sometimes we tell the audience I'm not sure of being with you guys next week, but then if things goes well, I can make that quick adjustment and then adapt. So it all depends on my schedule. But I'm okay. A lot of stuff happening, both locally, internationally. I saw the ball that was sodomized. It's just offensive word saying that men rape him from the back. That's just all it means. Nothing more than that. It's just offensive way of saying it, which is an abuse. It's a human right violation. I just hope the perpetrators are brought to justice and face the full weight of the law. But someone reached out to me concerning this lady, Hawa Meska. She posted a photo with 5 guys on her photos, and I've been following some of the comment on her post. And she named some people, but I want you to put that picture on the screen so our audience can see it. Some people are saying that the individuals on that photo, because she depicted a photo with some red dots, which means those were people that were involved. So she tried to separate the perpetrators from people that were not involved with the case. And someone said, apparently 2 of the guys in that photo having been to Liberia for a very, very long time. So it's kind of a maybe a mistaken identity or some kind of a confusion somewhere that you would post people photo on the internet implicating that or indicating that they were part of the little boy that got sodomized. So I want you to put a photo. Maybe there will be people
Yeah,
watching too that will be.
yeah. I'm trying to send it into the system.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but go ahead, Mo.
Yeah.
I'm doing.
So I just hope if it's a mistake, if it's a mistaken identity, she can take her post down and readjust. But someone told me that they reached out to her, but she's keep insisting. So I don't know. And somebody said they will be threatening. I mean, they're threatening a lawsuit against her for defamation because if the president haven't been to Liberia, then more than likely they cannot be involved in such a news. So I don't know who's giving her intel or where she gathering her information from. And the photo that is being used, I just sending a warning to her or caveat to her that if you are not sure of the identity, then take the post down or take those photos down until you can make sure your docs are enrolled in terms of the information. Yeah, you can zoom it in a little bit. Those are the individuals, and you see 3 red dots over. I think the last guy is the one that actually committed the act, but people are saying the other 2 are no way in any way, shape, or form connected to the incident itself. So why you want to put red dot on their head? So I'm just sending it out there. Maybe someone can reach her with her now because I don't have a number to reach her directly. But she need to double check her intel and the kind of information she's receiving. Then she can make update to her post or apologize to people that she mistakenly identified in that photo. So, but anyway, that's it for the sodomization issue. I don't know. The yellow machine again is back in the news. I just saw you elaborating on that about the politics of it and the contribution. The thing about our country is all about maintenance and making sure you follow up on promises. We have seen machines and buses in Liberia. We have seen project one, the 4-year project that the Libyan government spent $30 million on for rest machine. What became of the project? The project, our natural debt, they end up selling the machine to neighboring Guinea. So, until we can see the work, we will give the government partial credit. I'm not here to blow their trumpet. The trumpet. When it comes to yellow machine, we know it will come on ground. We'll see the work that has been done. When we can see the result and the outcome, then we will give them full credit. Until then, I'm yet to give credit. I will just stop there for now on the yellow machine issue because there will be a lot of controversy. People will come up with their own theory. I know they are good intentions, but we want to see the work because we have seen it before. From buses to yellow machine to rest machine to investment to the tunes of millions of dollars that went wasted. We are showing the outcome of any project. You know, one thing to talk about a project. There is another thing to see the outcome. That how government get credit. When people start seeing the impact of a government policy, that's when you win the minds of people. We don't only about announcing things. Oh, we will do that, we do that. Okay, yeah, that's intention. But we want result. If you can give a result, then trust me, we will we will total your whole Sktv and give you credit to where credit is due. And
well, that's the fact, Monk. That's just it, Monk, and you know it. Mr. Dollar Joy joining us. Mr. Dollar, good evening and welcome.
Thank you very much, Mabel. Good evening, Brazilian month, and my dear brothers Johnson. Glad to be with you guys in tonight. The topics for the night, it seems to be a busy topic. Is it because it's the topic of the day, and we will discuss it lengthily tonight. Thank you very much for welcoming me here.
Wonderful, Mark. Also, you know, for us here, we don't take anything for joke. We always talk the talk, whether it's from the religious side or whatsoever side this thing comes from. So, while we were also talking about some of the things, there was this trending video also of one of the pastor in Liberia who claimed that in fact he wanted on a competition between he and his colleagues as to who have the most prophetic power or so forth. So, Mr. Dollar, please a second though, because these are religious people that we have, so we don't want to just pass through with that. Also, we don't want that to pass by us, and because people also look up to us on these issues as to what our take on some of these things. So, Mark, and later on, after nearly 4 hours, he came back and apologized. Maybe after 20, let me just say 8 hours. He came back on the internet and he apologized. But let me play the video so that you can listen, or so that we can listen to the matter of God, people that we depend on for the forward march of our society.
the prophet in Liberia. I can tell you for real, my son. That's me. If you come to prophecy in Liberia, there's no pastor. I can tell you, I'm the father of the prophet in Liberia. I can tell you for real, my son. There's no. I'm telling you. If it is a lie, call a contest where men are going to gather. But only value we guide people. That's all. But when it comes to genuine, forget about all the fake things and rigid things. And when you come to church, they call and ask for information. Forget about all those nonsense, fake things. When it comes to genuine prophecy, and now about I want that prophecy how to come to pass. Check all that prophecy.
So, Mark, that's it. I don't know what you say. Listen, or maybe whether you follow a good or you want us to replay that. But it's a lot of don't listen to other people. They can do all kinds of things. So are they casual? But now let me play that. Let me play it. Give me for a second time. So you can get a good map. The country interesting.
If you come to prophecy in Liberia, there's no pastor. I can tell you, I'm the father.
We'll move on to another talking point. So there you have it. What say you, my brother? And that maybe Mr. Doleto can chip in.
My brother, I don't waste my time with comedians back there. I don't know who will call for a competition when it comes to. I don't know what he's trying to prove. But these are the things our people subscribe to in Liberia. I don't know what he's depending on in terms of, that's why I keep telling you, and you just got to know God for yourself and just live a very profound life. Because you will get confused in religion. That's why we got different religions around the world. We are all trying to figure out God. But you can tell that there are some people who are just here to blaspheme, that they are there preying on the ignorance of other people in the country, most especially. One thing about not only religion, it thrives in an impoverished society. When people are poor and nothing to hope on, they claim that there is a man behind the cloud. We all believe there is a God that exists. But people play on their mind, and you can blame them as well. They become vulnerable to this thing, and that's exactly what he's doing. So I don't know whether it's a pastor league or whatsoever. I will consider it to be blasphemy, and I just hope some real men of God and some of the religious leaders out there can condemn this fool and call him out for what he is, and people can stay as far away as possible from him. Because look, let me tell you something. Even if God is in the business of doing miracle, but you cannot tell how God performs miracle. It's not a sure guarantee. Sometimes you pray, your result comes instantly. Sometimes you pray, things happen later. How can you be so sure? I have to say you got 100% guarantee that you got some gift that God himself will be able to manifest based on your request. How sure can you be about that? They got people that went to hospital that pray for patients, right? Even though they were seeking treatment. Some of the patients, they came home, they got better off. Some of the patients, while they were there doing the prayer, intercession, guess what? God can move in a mysterious way. I understand that. But the one that has been shown here, I will call it blasphemy. That's total mockery. And there's some of the things that we'll keep talking about. We will stand against it, and we will condemn it with in the strongest term possible. That's all I can say for now. So you guys in the religious community, to people that are out there, I hope you can call this fool. I will call him a fool because he's not preaching the word of God. I will call him a fool again for the second time. It might sound inappropriate, but that's just the reality. I don't stand for this kind of a nonsense, bro. That's it.
Mr. Dollar, I know it's a little bit confusing to you, but if you go back to the Quran, Jesus Christ is there. In fact, been mentioned in so many of the passages there in the Quran. But again, Mr. Dollar, every time when even somebody prophets about them, or in fact, including our Lord Jesus, before even performing miracle, he will pray. He will ask for permission. He don't boast. He don't say, I will do. He said, no, let our Lord, our Father in heaven, do this for us. But we see these things happening. What say you with that kind of latest about competition as to who can perform miracle,
Yeah, maybe, you see, like what Brazil just said, when there's so many poverties in any society, these are the end result of it. You will see people coming in with all kinds of strategies to make money out of people. You know, for me, to be realistic, these days, religion people, whether Muslim or Christian, or good religion and whatever, I don't believe in them because all of them using this religion puppet as a money making areas. That man is doing an advertisement. That's what I can see from his performance.
The UN said it right. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, he's doing an advertisement so people can come there. So he can exploit them. You know the best African president David that I know who deal with this region people is a guy from Rwanda.
He shut them down.
There's a guy from Rwanda. What he did, he said, "I know you people are not true people, are not truthful people. So you're making business. So if you want to open a church, you got to register and pay tax to the government.
You have a school, you should have either clinic or hospital.
So you see, if you can't have clinic, you can't have hospital, you want to open a church, you have to pay tax to my country because you're making business. You see, in Liberia, remember you're in Liberia, you should know the church and the mosque are more than a school and a hospital in Monrovia.
Oh yeah,
it's a fact. The church and the mosque, every corner, every sector in Monrovia and its surrounding got church and mosque, church and mosque, church and mosque. All is bad down to Friday. The Muslim people will put some part down and say, donate to God. Sunday, the Christian then will put some part down, say donate to God. You know, can anybody give to God? God got everything. Then the money that is given to God, you're not going in a God pocket, you go in their pocket. You see them riding a jeep. Typical example of TV Joshua. How many times he fooled the people in Nigeria?
Yeah, but
until he became billionaire, he was having more than 2-3 private plane religion person. The religion people that we know from onset, they used to walk the land from door to door, preach to the people, tell people how to be good. You never see them in a plane, private plane or jeep. But so be it. Those that follow them, let them follow them. But if our Liberian government, to be honest, we need to close down most of the religion sectors and ask them to pay tax. Because they're making money. They're making money. So that's what I can say in this thing. That guy is on an advertisement. So he's making an advertisement so people can go there and pay some money to him. That's all.
And yeah, thank you, Mr. Dollar. And let me say thanks also to Mark. But all in all, I think you people knew everything because that's just a fact. He's doing advertisement, and that's it, 100% as to because people are no longer going to the strand. Let me just say this, or what we call the Zobuch, or the medicine people are used to heal. Sometimes when more, this thing just become like something. Even if you have maybe snake or issues, or maybe snake, maybe something happened, and we used to have the old food before that used to give us some of the healing things here and there. But these cosmetics, these kind of pastors, or how you may call them, they make everything to look like it's all bad and it's witchcraft activity.
Let me not cut you off. Let me not cut you off. You see, every single tree in the bush is a medicine.
Yes.
Every single tree you see in the bush is a medicine. This different sickness. God bring the tree then to be used as a medication for the human being. The Westerner utilizes to make it tablets, to brand some of them and make it liquid to treat people. But all coming from
the same tree, the same plants, the leaves and the roots.
The leaves. For example, the kojorobo and other things. Some of these are things, Mr. Dollar. Thank God I even began about this thing, Mr. Dollar. These are things that some of us that we grew up with the issue of, in fact, doing those days, our mothers, they used to pump us, pepper us, that what we know about. But now, all these things went away. You don't even hear about this thing anymore.
When you have compositions, you can't go toilet freely. They pump you with a paper.
Exactly.
And you stop going toilet straight away. But anyway, so can we go to something?
Yes, so that move
on. Before we go, I sent you a photo yesterday with I saw a similarity what happened in Liberia with the asset recovery and corruption and people who love to evade the law and come in the United States or other parts of the world to seek protection. Something happened. I sent you a picture of the former Ghanaian foreign minister.
Former finance minister, right?
Where with ICE. I want you to put a picture on the screen for our audience. I want to just give a couple of minutes on that story. It's very funny, but it's interesting. And this, I mean, it's also applicable to Liberia and what's happening in the US here. The same thing is happening in Ghana, right? But they're seeing corruption and people facing justice and asset recovery. So when I saw it yesterday, I was like, wow. So this thing is not only limited, I mean, it's common in Africa. But you know, there is a reason that when the US say we are the most powerful country, they will never ignore their laws. There are laws. Everything that is happening. Forget about the politics. There are laws. There are provisions. There are federal statutes that you must know before you can play around with this country. There are immigration laws. There are border enforcement. There are custom law. There are consulate all around the world. They all work together as a group on the ministry. I mean, the Justice Department, and you can make it big a little bit. Happened day before yesterday, and that story. The reason I say it's kind of interesting because it's much deeper and it ties into corruption. Yeah, for the audience, you can see those two ICE agents, and the guy you're seeing over there is the former Goldman Sachs executive and former Ghanaian foreign minister. They call him Ken Ofori-Atta. Ken Ofori-Atta was apprehended by ICE. Ken Ofori-Atta served as a finance minister from 2017 to 2024 on Nana Akufo-Addo. So this going election, when the opposing party, I think it was the CDC that won on Mahama, he was charged with corruption, 78 counts of corrupt practices. He was giving kickbacks to businesses that wasn't doing the work, but yet they would show up on the payroll that they were getting paid. He was giving them contracts. And one of them, they call them strategic mobilization resources, SML, were the one that really exposing. So the government that is in power now say, no, we want for the guy to come back because he came to America on the claim that he came for medical checkup. He was going through prostate cancer treatment. And he came here on the visa. But guess what? When the Ghanaian government requested for his extradition to go and face prosecution in the country, the boy, you know what he did? He went to school with some prominent Americans here. So the guy who is the Attorney General of Ghana right now, they call him, I can't remember his name, they call him Dominic Akuritinga. Dominic Akuritinga now, and the office of the special prosecutor, when they filed through the U.S. embassy to extradite Ken Ofori-Atta back to Ghana to face prosecution. So he been using this medical thing. He would say, oh, he had cancer. And then when he got done with his treatment, he said, no, the doctor told him that the cancer spread to other part of the body, so he's still looking for treatment. When they asked him about it, when he would say, oh, once I see, it's not happening. You know, he been trying to evade justice by changing time, but he didn't know that. I mean, actually, he knew with his lawyer, but he did something, right? When he couldn't get back in time, he filed in to regularize his status because he wanted to stay here for the longest to avoid going back to Ghana to get extradited. So, look, the law is very good, and thank God this country do have laws, like I said. So, to do that, he filed in a petition to regularize his status. Maybe he wanted to upgrade to a green card, because with a green card, then he got a long time to stay in America rather than going back. But while in the process, the Attorney General of Ghana knew that he had no interest in coming back because he think he will be prosecuted. Matter of fact, he already accused the current government of political witch hunt, which sounds like the same thing happening in Liberia with your finance minister. Like I said, everything is just it gets a replica of this what happened in Liberia. That's why I brought this story up, because I see the connection there and how the government is proceeding. So Ken Ofori-Atta, the Attorney General and the Office of the Special Prosecutor say, you know what? We are getting the signal that the guy is not thinking about coming back. He's trying to avoid extradition. So you know what the Attorney General did? He's a guy who was well connected here in Washington, and he went to school with some prominent lawyers here. He contacted a guy by the name of John Ashcroft. John Ashcroft served as the Attorney General under George Bush from 2000. When Bush, from 2001 to 2005. An Attorney General. He was a former senator. He was Attorney General for the state of Missouri before becoming a U.S. senator. But he only served for 1 and 6 years. He was defeated in the re-election bid, and then he became the Attorney General under George W. Bush. So Ken Afori-Atta too, he been in America. He's well connected. He got money. He's rich. So when he got an intel, someone called him and said, oh, the Attorney General in Ghana and the Office of the Special Prosecutor, they went through this guy they called John Ashcroft to lobby so they can get you extradited to Ghana. When Ken Afori-Atta got the intel, you know what he did? He went to the same John Ashcroft and hired him to be a personal lawyer. Can you imagine, maybe the government in Ghana is working through this guy to see how they can lobby to get him back. When he got the intel, he said, no, I would tell them that I'm myself well connected. He went to the same man because he got money. And a lawyer will not refuse their money. John Ashcroft the money. So he took on the project. He took on the contract. But he didn't know John Ashcroft crisscrossed him too in the process. When Ken Afori-Atta requested that his status be regularized, at that stage, your status is not 100% guaranteed because you won't come from to a visa to a permanent resident. But there is something in U.S. law. I don't know whether it was a mistake or maybe they are the game that they were playing never informed Ken Afori-Atta. There is a provision that says a non-citizen can be inadmissible to the U.S. if their presence causes serious adverse foreign policy consequences. And two of those consequences that can trigger happen to be human rights violation and guess what? Corruption. So because of that law, the American government said, you know what, you file a petition, but because of what happened in Ghana, they are calling you back for an extradition based on corruption. We're going to hold your application, and matter of fact, your visa, we have an issue. That why ICE were able to pick him up day before yesterday. Now he in the ICE facility in the state of Virginia, waiting for extradition to Ghana because he must face prosecution. So I just brought the story up, like I said. It's all about the phone calls you can make. It's all about corruption. And the government that is serious to get you, they will make all the effort to get you. And that's why the Ghanaians are showing you that, you know what, you committed crimes here, you must come and face justice. And the U.S. immigration law will back that. So the only reason I speaking up with all the money, with all the status he got, he was a Wall Street banker and all that thing. Foreign minister, no boss, they put him in Bangor, and pretty soon you'll see him on the airplane going back to Accra for prosecution. So it's just a message to other African leaders out there, including the rescue mission. When you want to prosecute people, you got to be very, very serious. You need to get your ducks in order. You got to have your facts. And guess what? Whether they can be any part of the world, they got Interpol now. It's not limited to a particular country. You can cross international borders and you can make the right phone call. People can get arrested to go and face injustice. So that's just a typical example. I thought I'd spread with the.
Yes, no, actually, more myself, I followed that entire story. I followed that story, and you're right, 100%. I did follow that story, and in fact, I heard all of the information pertaining to that. But you know, Mark, like you are saying, my brother, for Africa, for me, I don't even trust even how far would that story even go in Ghana until we see them doing the right thing, because these are things that when you do, then the next person that will come after you, like yesterday, you were talking about this issue of people, you know, doing all kinds of things to people, some of the capital crimes, and just go in prison in the name of, oh, you know, the person are not yet from guilty, or maybe, yeah, you know, let have the person behind bar. Then you were talking yesterday, let that person be punished right away instead of just holding them maybe in custody, and they'll be buying time, they'll be doing this. My brother, for us, we good at buying time, and the worst one is, you yourself that want to persecute people, you cannot be worse than even the people that you want to persecute. Oh, yeah. So that's the problem with us. That's the problem with our society. Everybody want to eat, monk. Everybody want to eat. No, pastors. There's somebody asking, well, I want by church. I don't want by church. I don't want corrupt people. Because as soon as I start opening church now, I'm going to corrupt people. And some of us, it's not in our DNA to go and corrupt people. No. So, Mom, you're right. But all depends whether we'll have that kind of system here and how long. 20 years now we're gone. Everything look like we are still fighting war because nobody fighting for anybody. The rule of law is dead. We scoring 0. So it's like we're just joking. But go ahead, Mr. Dollar, anything?
Yeah.
On that, then I want to ask you more about the protest in Iran so that people can know that there are a lot of things too also happening around the world.
Yeah, to buttress what Brazilian just said, that thing happened to our country before when Taylor fled to America during the regime of the late Samuel Kayando. The procedure was undertaken by our then Justice Minister at the time, Jingin Zeviska, through the international police, because I just forgotten the name. Shit. Interpol. So Interpol as an international police, the everywhere in the world. It's just like the American marshal. The American marshal can go anywhere in the world to pick the corporation and bring them to America for prosecution. So we did the same thing to the former GSA directors, who was Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor was arrested and put in place beyond bail. Oh my God, who calling me Tanade? I'm not going to answer this. So basically, can I answer the calls? I will call you back, please. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so Mark, same Mr. Dollar is on the little break. This issue of protest in Iran, I think there's a 13 days, in fact, today, March the 13th, right? Am I correct, Mark?
Yes.
And Iran is 1 million times, like as I said from the beginning of the show, 1 million times developed over Liberia, but they are protesting because of what? Mark, I don't want you maybe what you take because yes.
Let it complete a thought. Let you go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Dollar. I thought you were still on.
Yeah, please. There was someone that scam people that can be scanning people. Call me. I don't know. So basically, that's as I was saying. That thing that happened, and I believe that this man will be sent to Ghana to face the justice. And I believe that because more especially the man who is in the leadership right now in America, don't joke with this kind of thing. I know for sure. And what surprised me, Brazilian more, is this: the former president who just left, the kind of good language that he was coming out with, the kind of good statement that he was making, the kind of good utterance that he was doing, to say that his finance minister hand were in cookie jar. He really baffled me. So who can we trust now when they make a good statement? Because I never believed the way he been talking, the way he used to talk. I never have any second thought that somebody in his administration, in a higher up, could even be involved in this kind of act. Because this is the man that stood up to the president of France and tell him that we are not here to send our hand to anybody for anything. We can do everything for ourselves. We are now a baker. But to see a finance minister involved in this kind of pay or something, it's very, very scary. But however, that's human being. I hope the real decision will be taken. But you happen to tell us, but at the end of the day, we all know the history of that now. At that time, Mayborn and Brazilian, you guys were teenagers, you didn't know anything too much about Taylor's history properly. But the end result, everybody feel the heat. So that's all I can say in this matter.
Well, thank you. Yeah, Mark. So let's move to the issue quickly before coming back home because Liberia it will not end every time we hear. But what say you with the protest wahala in Iran? Because some of our people, they don't understand, and that country has been Is that almost 95% of the people there among they're Muslim, right?
Yeah. The thing about Iran, they used to be they are the 95% Muslim, but they are not part of the Arab League. They are not Arab
Yes.
nation. They are Persian nation. They're from Middle Persia, and they speak Farsi. They don't even speak Arabic in Iran. And Iran was most of a constitutional monarchy until they brought in a theocracy, where some radical students seized power since 1979, and they expelled Shah. And it's just been too much since. And the theocracy, they came up with a revolutionary guard that militarized the country. And it's been like that since 1979, I would say almost like 46 years and counting. And there have been protests, but the protest that is happening now is spreading wider because it happened before the guy called Mozambique in 2011 during the Arab Spring. The protests hit Iran big time, but it didn't succeed because the military, they intervened and they crushed the protest, but it was a bigger protest. But people are saying this one is even bigger. And like I said, every protest, economic condition, and the international community will always step in when the people, like I said, the international community are not the ones to tell you to go and protest in your country or to remove your leader if things are not going well. The Iranian currency is about 1.2 to 1 million to 1. The currency is totally decimated. They got higher inflation. They got both U.S. and UN sanctions on them because of their atomic weapon program. So the entire United Nations put a sanction on the country. Nothing good is happening to the country economically, and they got a very young population, and the young people cannot stand there to be oppressed forever by some old man that been there for the past 45 years with a theocratic kind of a government. Iran was leading the Middle East, like I said, when it was secular, they had a lot of, how they call it, their infrastructure, their education, their healthcare. Iran was once a country that other people, that I remember at a certain point in time, we were reading about them, more than 100,000 Jews were living in Iran. The Jewish people had banking industry in Iran because it was open to the rest of the world. But when these radicals came and took over, they said, no, we cannot have that. That's why Iran started getting the bad book of other countries. But Iran used to be a very great country. They called it the White Revolution, where they were just building, investing into technology, investing into education, into healthcare, research and development. Iran was once a great country until, like I said, these guys came and seized the entire country over and put everyone on a hostage, no opposition. And they just been doing things, but we see how the protests go. The one thing that I know coming from Washington, D.C., Trump sent a warning that we are not here to interfere, but if you go violent on the people, if you cross the line wherein you start killing people indiscriminately, then we'll have no option but to intervene. That was the only one that came from Washington. But until then, it's up to the people. That's why I keep telling you, Mabon, if you want to get rid of a tyrant, it's the people must move before the international community can move.
And they across almost 100 cities.
Yeah, more than 100 cities. There have been more than
100 cities.
Yeah,
can you imagine?
They crisscrossing the whole country. And the moment they got the vast majority of the Iranian people, then it means the Ayatollah and his regime cannot stand because they must go. The pressure must come from the people before international partners and other people can step in. If you accept the way the government is treating you, then so be it. I don't know how you can live in a country with 40% inflation, no running water, right?
48.6% or more for the 8.6 in
and this is how you know.
This is how you know. 2.2% in December with food prices rising over 70%. Can you imagine that?
Can you imagine you buying a cup of rice for $1, then it go to $70, or let's just say it goes to $54 or $45, 10 times the original price. How many regular people can survive on such a situation? And it's sad thing they are doing, like we saw with the Arab Spring. They are shutting down the internet and communication. That tells you that the government is losing. Because why would you want to shut down communication in the country? Because it tells you that you are no longer in control and you want to suppress people constitutional and God-given right, because your right to protest anywhere in the world is First Amendment is your God-given right. Those people were the one that put you in power. They've been living under your regime. So if they say they don't want you, then you must go. But guess what? They will keep fighting. Mr. Dolly, let me tell you what to you. Maybe you guys want.
Yes. So let Mr. Dolly chip in, then we'll come back home.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, that country is in a serious problem at this moment. They are in a limbo. 40 years in power, there's a need for changes in that country. Those that are demonstrating right now are the new generations of that country. They were born and grew up in this kind of terraneous administration. So basically, they are getting fed up with the life that's going on. But what I do believe that causing this major problem for them is this. The ideologies of the government, one, and the international sanction that impose on them that cripple the government completely. Any country, such a sanction is imposed on you, you cannot survive. Because the whole world is just like a global village. We are intertwined. We have to coordinate with one another. We do something called battle system. So obviously, if these things are cut off from you, you become what? Vulnerable to any problem. So that's what's happening right now. If I were someone who have a say in that country, I could negotiate with the international communities. I could find means to release some of these strategies the government is running on.
But Mr. Dollar, let me ask you this question. Should the supreme leader resign? Because I think
supreme leader would never elected. So
yeah,
you were never elected. You were imposed on the people. You're supposed to step aside. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I say to relinquish some of the strategies, administrative procedure in the government. This supreme leader business to remove it because they have a president that can be elected. That is a country that they can go into to ballot box and elect their president and a member of the parliament from time to time. But they got one man sitting down there with the other people.
Yeah, they fight.
Yeah, before you become member of that, you have to be above 60.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they got a religious council.
The council, the religious council, you have to be above 60. You're sitting down there. What kind of decision they will make?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So they are suppressing the people's life. Those that are demonstrating right now, all of them below 40. They were born in their administration.
Yeah.
So obviously, to be realistic, I think if they have feeling for that country, they need to take some backseat at this moment and give chance to certain things that to at least to make the country to move a little bit freely, and also negotiate with international community. You see, when you some of the courses that I undertake, we call a conflict resolution committee. I mean a strategy. When you are fighting someone who more powerful than you negotiate. Somebody arrangement, the government, that powerful nation or the powerful entities will put out. You need to look at it, to look at two things: the positives and the negative aspect of it, to see how best you can benefit. And if you continue to insist that you have to stick to what you're doing, and the powerful organization will get rid of you. You understand what I'm saying? And so basically, this is a situation now with Iran. Iran doesn't have so many people. The spread up, they were having link everywhere in the Arab Spring and things there. But now it's not like that anymore. Hezbollah right now, they disarming the Hezbollah.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? That was one of their military base.
Yeah, that was one of
the military ally. They are now what do you call?
They're disarming them.
Yeah, no, they were arming them in Iraq. Most of the Shia people there, they were supporting them, but the Mimi commander there have been eliminated. So in Syria, they were supporting the past administration. That administration Bashar al-Assad, that is not existing anymore. So to show today that their wing is being broken from every angle. So when you see that, you have to take a back seat and behave yourself. Otherwise, you can be eliminated. That's all I can say in this thing. So,
but more often we say a few times, maybe because we'll be talking about only the yellow machine, maybe your party with the yellow machine and that raping of that little boy, the 15 years old, and maybe some of the preventing situation back home. Then we'll go to the land of our people. But let me ask you this question: should the supreme leader resign, or he have maybe he still having hope that maybe without maybe the US or anything, he still have some others maybe that he depend on that he think that can help him to fight.
Brazil, you want to come in, or I should just
No, if you want to follow, I mean, you just back on the platform. Anything you got freedom after you were kind. You the old hand, so we'll give you all the preference.
Yeah, listen to me. The supreme leaders need to do an honorable thing to step aside to save the country. You understand what I'm saying? You need to do that. To do an honorable thing to step aside and save the country. Because the situation is deteriorating at this stage. And he's not going to go backward anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever suppression they are employing on the people, you're not going to work. So if I would then talk to the supreme leader, enough is enough. Step aside. Nobody going to prosecute you for the time that you've been here. We leave you, you live your life until you die. So be it. And we give chance to some modeling life in our country so we all can survive. That's what I can say in this thing here. So, Brazil, you can come up.
Yeah, I think you said it all, that their networks around the world is being broken because they were strong in Iraq. You know, people didn't understand Iraq policy. Iraq is a predominantly Shia Muslim country, but Saddam Hussein at the time, he was a Sunni. They were the minority. So you have a minority leader leading the majority of the people that got alignment with Iran. So most of even the U.S. troops that died, they were killed by the Iranian militia, were backed by this guy they can call Muqtada Assad. The same thing had Hassan Nasrallah with Hezbollah in Lebanon, wherein the terrorist organization gained more power until they were literally controlling the government. But Hezbollah is totally decimated right now. They've been going on stress. He doesn't have an Assad again in Syria. So they always say everything right. The problem is the thing that happening around the world now, the young people are taking action. We live in the information age. You don't want to be in a country where you see other young people around the world are making progress and you are bogged down by some old man that is already on his way to his grave. This man came to power in 1979. Maybe I wasn't even born by then. So talk about from 1979 to today. You're talking about 46 years of your life. You got young people that could become scientists, engineers, to explore, to come all over the world. And you get one man with some twisted religious ideology that been in power for 46 years. Look, Iran do have a president. You don't even know the president name because he's not popular. Because the religious council have consolidated power so much that you cannot even tell government officials. Everything is controlled by the religious council and the revolutionary force that he created, which is the army. He radicalized them. So nothing good is happening in the country. The question is, if you're a young man in Iran with a lot of potential, do you think you will sit there, even if you love the religious ideology, you think you will sit there for one man to just destroy your life that been sitting in that country for 46 years? We're talking about inflation. We're talking about the devaluation of your country currency. The Iranian money now is technically useless. You can't use it. So how long or how far can someone keep destroying you while you sit there and accept it all your life? So most of the protests you see happening around the world, who you think is getting there? Young people. Young people now, they have access to information. They're seeing progress all over the world. They won't sit there for older people going to their grave to come and make life difficult for them. They will rebel. That's what's happening in Iran. Nothing more. We saw it in Kenya. We saw it in Iran. We saw it in Puerto Rico. You see it in Venezuela, everywhere. Young people won't take mess now just because they want to accept mess. They won't take it. They want to make progress. They want a better life. They want job. They want better economic conditions. That's why I keep telling Mabon, anytime you go to the ballot box, the first thing that should come to your mind before you even think about the politician himself is the economic. Because your wife, your children's life, your future, the country's future, everything depends on the economy. That's one of the tools the U.S. uses when they really want to enter into any foreign affair, right? You see the thing they call sanction? They kill you with a gun, but it can kill you slowly. The reason the number one reason U.S. or any major power can impose a sanction, they know that when the economy gets tougher, the people themselves will turn against you because it will hit them. The only thing that can hit people regularly is the economy. The price of rent is going higher. Gasoline is going higher. You are dying slowly. You can't pay your children's school fee. You go to bed every day, you get some because you get food that day. Guess what? You turn against the leader. When you turn against the leader, then Uncle sing and say, you know what, well done. We're just in the work for you. This is why we wanted to get rid of the particular president. That imposes economic sanction. They will squeeze you until you will crack. Little by little, almost like the rat eating on your feet, blowing it. Yes, sanction it one day, not two. They were all one thing. You will end up passing under their pressure, under economic pressure, and that's why it is.
And well, Mark, so at the moment for now, I will leave you and the old folks, or maybe the Mr. Dollar, let me say that, for the next 15 minutes, so that you people can be chipping and discussing maybe other issue. Will come back, then we join you in other things. But again, thanks to you people. I'll see you, later on.
I mean, we're going to take a 15-minute break. I'll put it up. Anyway, you can share the just put on maybe on our audience keep watching, and then we can come back and end the show.
Yeah, we can come back. We can come back.
Yeah, for the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll catch you later.
All right, guys.
We have been struggling for a long time. People are tired.
My fellow Liberians at home and abroad, I greet you this new year with fire in my heart and hope in my soul. For too long, we have watched our beloved Liberia suffer. We have watched corruption eat our country like a cancer. We have watched our children graduate from university only to sit at home with no jobs. We have watched our mothers walk miles to hospital only to find no medicine. We have watched our farmers walk from sunrise to sunset only to see their crops on roads that have no face. We have watched and we have waited. We have watched for the Unity Party to deliver on their promises. They didn't. We waited for CDC before them. They failed us too. We have been patient. We have been hopeful. We have been disappointed. But I'm here to tell you today, waiting is over. Let me tell you about some of the amazing work the CMC has been doing to bring true relief to our people. The Citizen Movement for Change, since its launch in March 2025, have delivered an astounding amount of projects from roads to bridges, schools to clinic rehabilitation, donation to community organizations, including market women, churches, mosques, youth organizations, from the road in Nimba County to the bridges we are about to build in Lofa, in Bonn. This is only the beginning. If we can accomplish this much in such a short period, imagine how much more we could do together in 2026. 2026 is not just another year. 2026 is the year we take back our country. 2026 is the year the Citizens Movement for Change rises. And Liberia rises with us too. To let you know that we mean business, we're not here to joke. Here are a few projects we've earmarked. In Lofa County, we're going to connect Bakedu with Tuso, a bridge that has taken so many lives. Hopefully, 2026, we see the beginning of the end of the suffering of the people of Guadeloupe. In Banga, we are going to do a bridge that Tiawon Se Gonglu Bridge, an important connection between the people of Bon County and the people of Nimba County. These are a few projects that we intend to earmark. In January this year, the end of this month, we'll be in Grand Juliet, where we earmark two very important projects and also one in River G and Sano County. We have projects in Grand Kitma, Bumi,
and we are project in Bapolo counties. These are our targets for 2026, including Monserrado, Grand Bassam, and the great county of Magibi. I know some of you are tired of politicians who make promises they never keep, tired of leaders who serve themselves while you struggle, tired of hoping for change that never comes. I understand that tiredness. I feel it too. But let me tell you what I also feel. I feel the strength of a mother in Nimba who wakes up before dawn to provide for her children. I feel the determination of a young graduate in Monrovia who refuses to give up on his dreams. I feel the pride of a farmer in Lofa whose hands have fed this nation for generations. I feel the love of our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, in America, in Europe, in Ghana, who send money home every month because they have never stopped believing in Liberia. That strength, that determination, that pride, that love, that is the real Liberia. And that Liberia, your Liberia, deserves better than what we have received. So here is my promise to you, not as a politician, but as a Liberian who lost this country with everything I have. CMC will end corruption, not reduce it, not manage it, end it. CMC will create jobs, real jobs, jobs that let you provide for your family with dignity. CMC will build roads that connect our farmers to markets, roads that connect our children to school. CMC will put medicine in hospitals, so no mother ever has to watch her child suffer because some politicians stole the health budget. CMC will unite this nation. No tribe left behind. Competence over connection. One Liberia for all Liberians. But I cannot do this alone. CMC cannot do this alone. This movement, this revolution, it belongs to you. You, the student who dreams of a better future. You, the mother who prays for her children every night. You, the father whose sweat feeds this nation. You, the professional who is embarrassed by what Liberia has become. You in the diaspora who left because Liberia failed you, but whose heart never left home. This is your movement. This is your movement. This is your Liberia. So I'm asking you, no, I'm calling you to join us. Join CMC, not because we have all the answers, but because together we are the answer. Sign up, volunteer, donate what you can, share this message to your neighbors. Be the change you have been waiting for. 2026, the year of change. The year we stop waiting. The year we start to build. The year we take back what is ours. Liberia first, citizens empowered for the people, by the people. Happy New Year, my people. The awakening has begun. God bless you, and God bless the people and the Republic of Liberia.
And yes, this is it. As you can see here, you can see removed by soup, and this is the aftermath of the student vacation party soup radical painting. This is the aftermath of the soup radical painting, and you can see here remove soup, and this is it. As you can see, this is exactly what soup means by radical painting. And yes, this is it. As you can see here, you can see removed by soup, and we will be touring this entire campus to see what soup actually meant by radical painting and how they intend on carrying on this exercise, because we've been told that the party have decided
to continue this process on a daily basis with different set of things. It will be different. Today is red, tomorrow will be green, the other tomorrow will be black, this and that. So yes, it is. I'm seeing someone like Emmanuel Polignan. Emmanuel Polignan is the propaganda chairperson. Pole, what's up?
Yeah, good evening. It's nice to be here after the party initiated the repainting of the University of Liberia, and to express our personal dissatisfaction and disenchantment of the Boycott administration refusal to improve the quality of education here. So today, the chairman of the party officially launched a repainting exercise, and as you can see, the initiative has started. So we think in our minds, like I think I saw you, he was reading some of the captions that was written by the party. We think basically this structure in itself doesn't represent a university environment. Things like this should not be on any well-managed university campus. Let's just come in. You see this space as a university space. When you are in here as a student, and another class is over there, and another class is over there, you are not learning because the lecturer that is lecturing over there, you obviously hear his voice in your lecture section. The next lecturer, you hear their voice in your lecture section. If there is noise on the side, obviously it will disturb your learning here. So you cannot learn in this kind of environment. The entire environment in itself is a very makeshift environment. The reason this place was erected here because of the massive enrollment of the university students. So they choose to put this makeshift structure. It's a shame on the part of the government of Liberia to see the University of Liberia like this and continue to act as if they normally don't come on the university campus to see the environment and how student life are here. It is bad for us as members of the party that think in our minds that with the abundant resources in this republic, government should put its urgent priorities in improving the educated environment, basically the infrastructure needs on the university campus. So I would just want us to walk a bit as we
but this kind of painting you did, do you think it was really necessary?
Like we said, this was a effort intended basically to show to the government of Liberia that there's a need. They focus its attention on improving the university infrastructure.
So you think this kind of painting?
Let us be clear. We don't want to see this building here. We don't want to see, in as much we have started a repainting exercise of the university, we don't want to see this building here.
Well, that was the reason we said that. That was the reason people removed.
This building should be obviously automatically removed from this place. Because firstly, when you are in the dry, it's very unconducive for learning because the heat in this building is not easy. When you are in rainy season, like I said a couple of times ago, this place is like a university Patawi waterfall. The number of rain that fall in this building. When you are sitting in this building and then rain is falling, it is advisable that you come outside to stay under the rain so you cannot be wet for it. Because if the rain outside will take maybe like about 5 to 10 minutes to make you wet, inside there will take less than 0 seconds to make you wet. This is the kind of a challenges students go through here every day when they sit on this particular place to learn. So for us as a party, we think this place is not an environment that students should be sitting in to be learning. Jeremiah Kuhn, that is the vice president of the Republic of Liberia, his family in Nima County, you go there, you don't even see a hut like this that will basically be even like maybe a chicken portrait or a pig fin. No, this place cannot represent Jeremiah Kuhn's chicken portrait or a pig fin. So why should you allow the University of Liberia, the state premier institution of higher learning, to be in this kind of a condition, and you cannot take any meaningful or concrete actions to improve the infrastructure deficit on the university space? You cannot brag that you have a university when the first major priority, that is the architectural outlook of the university, is in its worst condition ever. This is a blatant a shame on the Boycott administration for their blatant disregard to improving the academic outlook of the University of Liberia. You cannot go anywhere in any civilization and lecture people about the progress you are making as a government, and your university campus, the state premier university, is like a dump site and a dungeon of academic backwardness. This is wrong on the part of the regime. People, and the most shameful thing here is the president of the Republic of Liberia, Mr. Baga's entire educative achievement in his whole life came from the university.
So it's an alumina.
This is the only university Mr. Baga went to all through his life. Mr. Baga have gone to no different school beside the University of Liberia. So for the fact that Mr. Baga is even the president of this country, and the University of Liberia is like this, and he claims to be an alumni of the university, it's a shame. It tells you that the president has zero moral, the president has zero conscience for even himself. So it means the president is not even aware of himself. Because if a president, if you have him maybe Founders Day or Alumni Day, and then you point to the University of Liberia and you say Mr. Boyka is a graduate of the University of Liberia, the first person in the republic, and then you say university is like this, it's a shame. It's a mockery. Are they not aware of this condition? They are. Consistently, we have engaged them about the conditions of the university. This is the university graduate school.
So do you intend painting this building as well?
Yeah, this is where we started. We'll take you in front where you can see where we.
But you think that kind of painting you did, you think it is genuine, it's unique?
And this is a painting we'll continue with. Like I said, beginning Monday we'll come back here again. We started with red paint. So like you see this place, let's just go there. Like you see this place will be red because it's obviously red. This place will be green.
Why green?
This
Because
place will be, this place according to the chairman, sorry, this place will be black.
Why?
And
Why
then
black?
the next place will be green. So it's black, red, and green.
You are now changing the university color?
No, we are not changing the university color. We are the one that is volunteering to in the university. So the resources we have, the university will not tell how to use our money. We are the one that is rallying students to generate funds for the university. It's like you go to America and America, for example, America gave around 171 million to the Ministry of Health. It will help related purposes. Because you're not telling them, oh, we need to build school, you do this with your money. No, you bring your money, you decide what to do with it. So like you see, we started, and then this place, obviously, that's where the green color will be. This place will be obviously the black color, and up there will be the green color. So it's black, red, and green, black, red, and green. That's how we intend to pin this university, because the government refused. So the government not tell us, say, this is our color, want you to pull out.
We want to go on this building. That's the color we will choose. Mark, that Mr. Dollar, we're back after the news break. Yeah, that's just some of the latest happening back home. You listened and you hear from the horse's mouth that they're going to paint the campus of the State-run university. They're going to paint all of the buildings. In fact, they already listed some of the colors or their own colors that they will be using, and they are also putting their removed. But more we're back. It's just so interesting. I don't know what we're heading to, but every time you wake up, there's someone asking. So we can't hear nothing. There are good things, though, but it's not easy. That's all, my brother.
That's why they are there. That's why they're the students, and we keep talking about the things that affect the country the most. That's why we want a new brand of leadership. I think you just heard it from the chairman himself, the political leader of the CMC. You need radical transformation. You cannot keep playing the game by the same old script. We need to compete in the arena of ideas, or what you are doing, what you have done, where we think you can take the country. But for you young people, while other people, young people around the world are taking matters into their hands and requesting for more, you are there singing and taking side politically, and nothing is going to change for you. Look, the thing is, the thing that will impact your life, they will still impact your life. The most important thing: education, healthcare, the economy, jobs, investment. Those things, they are non-political. The sooner you realize is that, you look at that facility that look like, you know, the people that can go to colleges, do you really understand what they call a university when they say an institution of learning is classified as a university? The environment alone, the architecture, structure, the resources, computer labs, laboratories. You said that thing look like a university to you? And you said that it's normal. Yeah, you think it's normal. You don't have internet. You don't see other places around the world. Look at right next door. Look at Legon. You got to get in car to go to another side of the campus. You see the people at university. They want to in smaller cities. You don't see that. Look at that place. But you will be there. You will be advocating. You will take a side. You won't be on Unity Party or the CDC side. Be there. Yeah. At the end of the day, you see
what, Mark. And guess what? This is, for some of these students, they gave them opportunity. Like, for example, they gave you a scholarship and send them maybe Rwanda. They will be there, and they still be defending though.
Oh yes.
No, I don't even know what kind of
society. Rwanda, you saw what and observe what you saw there, right?
100%. They will tell you, Mark. They will go into. In fact, they will even come into our inbox. Some of us, maybe we are behind, but the same person will be telling that we are behind. You will see them commenting and defending.
No, he will go out of Liberia. He or she will go out of Liberia and know that we are behind, but then we'll come back and they be in front for the political rally.
But Mr. Dada, what say you? That's the kind of muffin. And this is not only unique. Let me be frank. Even though the other private university they are doing a little better, but more even with the issue of chairs, they talk a lot more. You say a lot of things, internet, everything. Look, more we just manage it, man.
Can I say something? Yeah. But even a kindergarten, in a civilized society can be like this. Kindergarten, for God's sake, kindergarten can be like that. Then this is a higher institution of our country, and the so-called lawmaker then sitting down there, over 15,000 per month, 20,000 per month, $50,000 car, and the educational system is just done in a dream like this. When he tell the people to revoke their leadership, then they will say, oh, the people are inciting the mind of the people against them. Then they start coming up with all kinds of vocabularies that incite me. But look at the kind of situation. You can't show this one to anybody, even the common neighbor country like Sierra Leone. Their elementary student just sit down in this kind of class.
For the university.
Then we call it a university. Joseph Barker say education. That's the kind of education you look at. He is not seeing this.
Mr. Dara and Dara,
if somebody
happening in the capital city,
if somebody have a feeling, have a feeling for his nation, for the future of the country, immediately after seeing this thing here, the educational minister is supposed to be removed immediately.
No, they won't, but they can suspend, they will not dismiss. They can only do this thing to the common people, like for example, the LDA officer, something happen, they will just disrupt. Oh yeah, I saw the video trained for little time. They will only dismiss. Only the common people they will always dismiss. This thing, send a little over until almost a year now. Up to now, they play still like this. That don't tell you that no need to even waste your own energy and that no more. Let's speak to the issue of leadership. That means this place in this serious overhauling. The way we can call it, maybe in a similar form with vehicles or so forth.
You can't show this one to anybody to say even is a kindergarten student can't sit down in this kind of class.
You get 1.2 billion budget. You get 900 plus million. You boasting with this and that. You do everything. You bring in yellow machine, so that the yellow machine will can't clear the place.
But maybe you said something very profound. You said there's a university is in the city. Think about the high school, the junior high school, the elementary school in the Leeward County. If your university, state-run, that's why the many videos said the nation premier institution of learning, the number one. If it's like this, then think about what is happening outside the country. Yeah. And you want me to believe by some magical means that bro will be better, that the future will be great. You want for the men to live from an environment like this and go anywhere in the world and be respected. No, it won't happen. No matter how you remain in this kind of an environment, because your environment plays an important role in learning. That's why you see in America. I don't want to compare like bro in America. I think it's a waste of time. Just other neighboring countries. Where you going to see this stuff?
Melbourne.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Dollar, listen to you.
Is it possible that we can get a copy of this video, because we'll send it to some people in this part of the world for them to know this is our university. This is the one
we have so many videos, we have so many photos, we have so many of them. Anytime you're ready, just let me know. I will give you most of them. But you know, Mr. Monk just said, let me be frank, Monk, sometimes we'll say these things, people just think that nobody wants for government to prosper, because for them it's just about worshiping. The same way they can worship the religious people, the same way they want to worship government, people that you voted for. The Monk can always say, why in this world that you vote for someone, then you stand around, you tend to press and worship for the person. You don't want to ask them, you don't want to hold in no lawmaker child in the school. Point out any of the government official want the children in the school. No. But every day when our brothers and sisters go to school, no good school today. Every day people paying they pay transport, to and fro, no good school. Sometimes when they go to school, there is protest. Sometimes when they go to school, there is this and that. But yesterday they pay people 15,000, they pay people 10,000, they pay people 8,000. Why are you taking pay? That's one thing I don't even understand. Why are we wasting our money like this, Monk? See that. See, Monk. Look. Why? Why are you paying people? What kind of work are they doing here that they are getting salary? Well, again, even the speakers I teach them so.
When we talk about human beings, that's the issue, man. Because he is saying he's doing the
country we in. Yeah, so Mark, actually it's frustrating. And let's be frank, that's why we keep saying to our people that do the right thing. All of these political projects that you are all touching here and they're posting on the internet. I saw more Pinter, the VSC building, you posted. Oh God. But again, that is society we live in. That what our people love. I'll let me use the word like that what you love. You love to see the kind of more or things that a politician will use your own. They eat 99% and gave you 1%. Then you're happy. Look at the other lawmaker who are talking about. I'm not here to buy baby top. You come to me for birthday. You getting married. You come. Who will be working and go to you when they're getting married more? Who will be making money? But because no job. People are not working. Nothing doing. Even people that are even working, they can't even get their salaries in time. And people are volunteering here and there. Not because you hear that, oh yeah, this person is working. That means they will not. There are a lot of people who do volunteer work. Nothing to do. So that's why they keep begging some of you. So don't get angry, Mr. Lawmaker, too. Don't get angry that, oh yeah, people are begging you bad over. But more another thing before we go to the line, Mr. Dollar, maybe you people have, but for me, they labor rape issue. In fact, I have a rape. I think the guy has been dismissed by the NSA. Peter Boom or Jala have been dismissed by the NSA. So so far, that's the only information I've got, that yes, he has been dismissed, and the little boy stay at the hospital. I think his mom said that he was responding to treatment. Yes, I know it's not easy, but go there. So for me, some of the cases, you know, they are interesting. I don't know how come we're not seeing the Safer Society organization. We're not seeing the mothers standing up in the street. We're not seeing all of that. You know, then there where now people continue to ask some of you as to where you stand. Where you stand? Because
you know the funny thing about this video? I'm looking at that building where they mow and arrested you, and they get a sign that's saying they're graduate school. Not even graduate school. Where people go get a master. You want to come from that building and go anywhere in the world and expect people to be like you got
which war? The only government the people go in. Which war? Yeah. Most of the people they only graduate and find themselves into Liberia government system. Say I will say that's why enjoy corrupted. Mom, you don't even waste your time and better. Which war that you see like yeah, but oh yeah, you see most of our Liberians they are challenging, they are doing this, they are hearing about my better.
Yeah, but what been the action of the university president at this moment? The lady who were in America, and the people say she come from advanced countries like America. She was teaching some part of that country. I don't know whether that is true or false. And they gave her the position. What she have done with this kind of situation, I don't know actually what she really doing. Because some time ago, if my memory can serve me right, he said that she was advocating for 200,000 from finance ministry. They denied her to it to do some SYZ at the university. So if she really mean business, you from a country like America, and your job have been stranded like this by the central government, what you do? Resign.
So
if you resign.
Yeah, you're right, Mr. Dollar.
Because you're not yet. But if you see really truthful, person who is really what the people saying about is really true. Because if I'm giving a task to perform, and somebody there is, stranding me not to perform my duty,
I resign.
And I don't have the capacity to do it. What do? I resign. Because there's a repetition.
In case
anywhere she go for job, this information can be sent there. Say this is the place where she was managing. She couldn't do nothing better. Why you people should give her the job? Anybody can use it as a tools, weapon against her.
The problem with that, Mr. Dollar, you quite correct before more come up. The problem with that, the salaries can be too juicy. Let me tell you. That's why most of the people that they can resign. The salary, it's not easy salary down there. Even you like that place, they can even close it down. The people, the money they're making down there, they enjoying it. So they won't resign. Who will want to?
But it doesn't mean that they are not patriotic. They are fake.
So, but again, that's the way. This is frustrating, and we've been talking about these things times. We have numbers. Even in the previous government, we criticize. We talk about these things. Even up to date, we still talking about the one UL situation. Times in, times out. Look at even the sitting capacity. See these chairs at this age and time. Students will be sitting on the kind of a wooden chair like that. When will we graduate? When will we graduate? Well, again, that's the society, that's a life, that's the kind of place. Everybody go there and get there and go and build their life, build what they want, whatever thing they want to build, and that's it. They just move on. The problem with this entire place is like a cartel. Let me tell you, Mr. Dorian, and another more. This place, for me, for the past almost all of the years, my own observation with the entire era is a cartel that continue to strangulate or to make this place look terrible and collect what they can collect. That's how I look.
I hope you will not harm this poor boy here who putting the video up.
Oh, no, they never like me. But Mark, anything because I know you stay following and you say enjoying the entire video. But
well, I mean, I'm enjoying the video. It gets so sad and sickening. It's gut-wrenching at the end of the day. You know, that's why I keep questioning people's education. You got a master's degree and a PhD. You saw administrator or women advocate. Look, if you claim that you live in a Western world, knowing the importance of education and how infrastructure play and the environment plays an important role in learning, I'm not even taking that job. Why would I want to go? Because I know the structure alone, the environment alone will tell you what's happening there. So if you're coming from a university in America, or you say you got a PhD, you into academic, why would you even want to take the job? Because where are you going to read from? The infrastructure is not even there. It's not like a guarantee. Okay, it's one thing to say, okay, the way the university is being run, the kind of a way the administration is conducting things are one thing. But look at the typical infrastructure over there. For a woman who comes from overseas, how she took that job, like what she was thinking about, what guarantee was there that I will come and revamp this place? Look around, the environment alone. It tells you everything. So I'm not even taking on that job. I might as well do my teaching job here. Even for a little amount of money, I save myself the stress because I don't know what you're coming to reform. I don't know what you're going to restructure over there. If the government is really serious, she will break that university down and rebuild a new facility totally, maybe in a whole different location, because I think cannot reach the standard now of even an advanced high school. Because I know there are high schools here that got better facilities for university. Not even a community caliber or university or state-run university. Look at the graduate school building. Graduate school of all places. Not only grado, but graduate school.
And let me tell you that, some of them that can be all on the internet, blasting, insulting, acting that in fact they are defending government. And even the men that they want us that yet that I know Lester thing that yet he worked. That a Lester thing. All of them came from
you know what surprising me?
Some kind of way to them, but it's terrible.
Yeah, you know what surprising me? The finance minister, Kafon, he graduated from the same university. The finance minister that's sitting down there was someone that Oakley had on here all the time. He graduated from this particular place here. You understand? The former finance minister, 12. He graduated from
the president. That's where the president comes from. So, but the point there is, even people who are actively working the year, who are getting their salaries from year, like Dr. Lester Timmins, who always on national issues, you have the kind of thing behind your back. Instead of you thinking how to transform this place, or you on national issues, you on someone will see. Then I say, yeah, God have mercy. Indeed, no wonder why we.
They got two kind of PhD. They got one they call Doctor of Philosophy, other one they call it you pass high school with difficulty because when your brain can function and you get PhD, then you really pass high school with difficulty.
Well, we gotta go to the land talking either with our people, but my people, it just started. I listened to one of lady. She said, I don't know what kind of children. Oh, I think that was yesterday. Yes, I think I watched it yesterday on the phone. She said, we send our children to school so that I think they can do better. But we send them to school, and in fact, they don't even go to school. You know that
you ask someone that to even
like
compose,
a serious insult.
To compose a paragraph. Do you even know how to put it together? Common sentence.
Jesus.
Because the environment does not allow them to learn properly. The strike.
So let's go to the land methodology and take and just take a few courses. But AB also here. I know AB you want to chip in on the entire discussion, but will you implement better?
Yeah, Bebo. Good afternoon from my end. Let me say good afternoon to Mo and of course Mr. Dolly. I just got on this particular topic. I had to go pray, guys. But by the way, full disclosure, this is my alma mater, the University of Liberia.
Great.
I'm a product of this institution. And it's very disappointing to see it in this kind of deplorable and completely dilapidated condition. It's very disappointing. But what is much more concerning, like you guys have highlighted a lot, but the authority in question, looking at this place, it's like there's no urgency attached to it, but rather the entire urgency to the point. Just a stone throw. You got the three branches of government every day they go to their various offices, they pass right by this institution over there and go in the executive mansion, they go in the Capitol building, and of course Temple of Justice. But it's not a priority. And then they got people that advocated that they were agitating over there on a daily basis, during the past regime. That to the point that even the vice president who at the time was doing how went on that campus and the guy was literally booing that woman on that campus. Everything at the edge of this very opposition. And today they have power. University of Liberia is no priority there. So it's a disappointment. Look at the graduate school. At the time I was at the University of Liberia, that was not a graduate school. That was one of the dormitory over there. You understand? But today they're calling a graduate school and it's disappointing. It's not a priority for those people. They buy, if you can $1 to buy a bulletproof vehicle, What is spin that you could put on the building? What Jusu Kamara used to be the
I said,
over there.
all of them, they just use the same system. Just let me come in as a face. I try by time I get my own opportunity, I go.
They are in government. Jusu is working in government and he's completely silent. His colleagues are over there agitating and he got nothing to say. But because it benefits the government, they are sitting over there. So it's disappointing.
Thank you.
No excuse for it.
Yes. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. It's so frustrating. But again, that's a society. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Melbourne. And my name is Martin Singletova. And then I join you from Pinsville this evening.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, Melbourne, as it relates to the topic on a discussion that has to do with the University of Liberia, let me join my voice with the many voices to say that we are calling on the president of the University of Liberia to do better. That university is a state-run university, and when you are the president of that university, you should have the pedigrees to lobby with other stakeholders that will contribute towards the unification of the institutions. But as it stands, I think since she was appointed as the president of the University of Liberia, she has gone close to a year, so to speak. And I think by this time, the University of Liberia should be given a good facelift. Because right now, as it stands, the university is actually not preferable for people to be dealing with the optics that we see there. So we want to call on the president of the University of Liberia to making sure that indeed she pull our access together so that that university can be well rehabilitated. On the aspect of the national scene, I want to say thanks to the president. Today we saw video footage of.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening, Maple.
Yes, my brother, good evening. Go ahead.
Maple, let me say one thing to you. I don't know whether you are noticing it. Our Liberian leaders, they are one of the shameless leaders I've never seen in my life. Do you understand it? Number one, let me push your mind back. You will have a cabinet building when you go there, when you jam, you have to pour water.
Oh, yes.
That person no water. We have an individual who took his own cash to pre-finance this job to have the temple building physically honor the parts or how you call him speaker. Papa Chimo. That man uses cash to get our money, but you have to use part-time before you get his money. Secondly, our people, this place, just as one of the callers said, this place is found always. Always. Everything like every sort of attitude.
I think I read what you're using shameless. I think you just knew it, my brother. Thank you. Yeah.
We just have to keep talking because our leaders, we can go out, we go out, we come back, see what a place I look at. We need to change the atmosphere out there. Let it be changed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother Bobby. To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, people.
Yes, my brother, good evening. Go ahead.
This is Mamusa, who I'm calling you from Brooklyn. Yeah, I just have two issues for me to talk about, and I would like to just thank you for highlighting them. One has to do with the issue of the justice system and comparing it with the way Momo comparing the issue of the former finance minister in Accra and in Ghana, and that what is happening right here in Liberia, and also the that of the University of Liberia. I would like to start with the University of Liberia. For the University of Liberia, I don't know whether I can say since the war ended, the University of Liberia has just been unfortunate, and the system has not really been revamped very well. And at some point in time, everybody government come in, government go out. They come up with some shorey and other thing, and then they just do something like to say they are doing something to improve the university, and they are not doing it. All of us, we came out of there, we walked through the world, and there are success stories, a lot of success stories that people have passed through there, but they passed there the hard way and things are not too far. So we would just like to admonish government to just look at it and then improve it. That has to do with the situation with the the former finance minister in America. And here, I can tell you for sure, whether people take it or not, the justice system here is being highly managed and manipulated by the up the hill. It's not to say that
the society.
What is going on? Yes, it's not. They don't know what they are. They know what they are doing. You want telling with clear pieces of evidence. Somebody come and tell you say that this person asked me to do this, this or that. You recuse me from there, and there's no need for you to go for. Is that an excuse for which you cannot get that kind of person and get what he took away from the country? And justice is yes, that's it.
Thank you. That gave other people the opportunity. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening, neighbor, and good evening, fellow panelists. This is the common for Kenny, and I join you from Football District. Laboratory by always, the baby always deal with no propaganda, and they brought my fire to their own. So I'm going to that. I'm going to the answer of what you discussed with the hearing show what it has to do with international politics. Let me say this, the Muslim world is divided into the Shia and the Sunni. The Sunni Muslims are headed by Saudi Arabia. The Shia segment of the Muslims, they are headed by Iran. If you don't hear Iran is that's a very big country in the That's what I'm ruling now. It was not just radical last year that took power. It was a popular uprising at the time. You were not living according to the will of the Iranian people. You were pleasing a puppet master in Asia and America. Now the Iranian were angry and tired when they chased out of the country. So they were like, so saying all that is very popular. Well, let's look at the argument of electing leaders. The people form of government is almost a monarchy form of government. If we are making those kind of comparative analysis, if the King Charles got election, he ain't got election, he didn't get elected. And in fact, it's very criminal. King Charles, if you don't know the means, he controls Canada. The Canadians who are not saying about King Charles, but he's the head of Canada, he's the head of state in Australia, he's the head of a lot of countries in the world that people are not even seeing there. The argument of people who are now born and somebody power, they are countries that control other countries that the people don't even know who the leader is.
So that means, Isho, are you saying that their protest is not right or what?
Yeah, that's what you're trying to say. For sure.
Protest could have some right people in it. But there are some elements from outside, for instance.
Oh, there you go, you're there.
And then, Lord, let me tell you something. The people in that protest, for the sake of their virtue, you're not trying to say one protester will beat you and you need to win. But you know what the Lord will do? Because the legal movement of going to power, he campaigned to them that, look, I'm not going to go into a prolonged war.
All right, thank you. That gave other people the chance. David King, good evening.
Good evening, my brother. I understand Jonah have resigned in Iran.
Hello, you say? We're not getting you. Say what? No, I'm not really getting you, but I don't know what you're asking or you're making a statement. I don't know.
Yeah, but you see, that protest in Iran, it is not you who are doing that protest. You got some foreign influence. And that foreign influence has to do with Israel and that of America. America has a way of destroying other nations that want to be powerful.
So that goes to the reason that they are protesting for. The people they are protesting because they said that there are a lot of So are they reason not right or are they not real? Well, David King will not be able to get it that much. Charles Cooper, Charlie, good evening.
Good evening, Lebon.
Yeah, my brother, good evening. Go ahead. Yeah, David King alone, very terrible.
Yeah, Lebon, let me speak quickly on our own issue because if you have coal in your eyes, you cannot speak about another man's eye. So you see, maybe when it comes to education in Liberia, our leaders treat education on purpose. I say that again. Our leaders treat education on purpose. They are fully aware of what they are doing. You know, maybe true education is a true liberator. Yeah, you see, that's why I compare our leader with Firestone. They get a Firestone style of governance. Firestone was not able to open school in Liberia because Firestone knew that if they open school, nobody will go to school and want to go tap rubber. So you cannot go to school, maybe when you get your degree, then you go tap rubber. You know you cannot work, and so you want to work in office, and the aim of Firestone was for people to tap the rubber for them to make profit. That's how our government is running. Keep the people ignorant and make profit out of them. So you see, what people can get verified. I said, no, this country, the governance system was structured on a slave mentality. The slave masters want you to be into slavery continuously, maybe. You think they get that? They want your eyes to be open, maybe? How many of us can get how many of us in this country, our eyes are open? Like some of us who see some things because we are being endowed with wisdom. We are not speaking because we get small, because we are not BSc. But for me, I don't pray maybe for education now. You know what I pray for, maybe? I pray for wisdom. I pray that God will endow me with more wisdom. Because I have known that in our country, even the education we have cannot make you to succeed. It is wisdom that will make you to succeed, especially in Liberia. In other countries, when you attain education, maybe you have the likelihood to succeed. But not Liberia, because our education here is a sustainable kind of education. So you need wisdom to see beyond the surface of issue. And we pray that many of us can come in Liberia and young people to be able to.
All right, thank you, Charles. Quickly to the caller. Good evening. Yes.
I just want to chip in onto the issue of the international discussion you had on Iran and other stuff. You know, for you and myself to really understand our war, we all need to just pray to God that they should not escalate. You know, the people call the Africans and the black people barbarian, but every major war starts from within that region. It starts from there. And this is just how it can start. If you look at how Poland got invaded, you just say the way Russia go invade Ukraine. If you look at the way in which the Persian group of people, because all of the Persians in this Afghanistan war, all of them, they are all part of the former Soviet Union, the way they all got into it. Let us, the sentiment, I know when I hear Liberian or some Liberian discussing about the war, they just say, yes, some of them have some inner mood, something, but the interplay that is happening in Iran is far beyond what we are saying.
All right. All right, thank you. Let me take my water because you'll be on the line for the second time. My water, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, neighbor. Good evening to my children in the US. My son, neighbor, I just want to take one thing for you. I won't let go.
Hey, I don't know what can really be happening to you, but again.
Why everything when she on and your phone can just like.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And yeah, she's one of the person. Hello, I'll call back. Hello, let's call her quickly. Good evening.
Hello, neighbor.
Yes.
Hello, neighbor. Are you getting me?
Hello, we're getting you. Go ahead, my brother.
Okay, thank you very much, neighbor. Neighbor, this is Arab David Samuel. I get a discussion for Olinga Market in legacy of Sumo President. Neighbor, the issue pertaining to the university or Latino. Neighbor, I don't know why at this time there is still unsolved problem around university or Latino. When we have experienced person serving as president of the country who appointed another experienced person to serve as the head for that university. How are they using their experiences, neighbor? Neighbor, are you getting me?
Yes, we get you. I don't know, my brother. Maybe.
Yes, at this time, experienced person appointed another experienced person to head the same one university, then there's a problem there.
All right, thank you. Maybe the system might take, maybe the system failure, and so but we gotta go, Monk. Let me come back to you people. But Mr. Donald, just take us maybe for 1 minute, please. We gotta go. No time.
Well, what I can say here, I don't have much to say concerning about our educational system because I do know that the PSC holders in our country is more than the entire population of Gambia. Those that call themselves, I'm a PhD holder, I'm a PhD holder in Liberia is monogamia. But what the education they say they have done for the country, the reason why the education we are saying that we get from Liberia is not actually benefiting the nation because of where we're getting it from. Look at this is the first in the higher university, higher learning centers of our country, University of Liberia, in a city center. Look at how you're looking like from who you know in past. So basically, I hope that the goal is uh, do everything possible to bring somebody who will have mercy on our country to look into this kind of turning issue. That's what I can say about the universities of Liberia. Unfortunately, we didn't discuss about the guy who was accused of sodomizing the young man. We didn't discuss it today, and you told me that you just said that you got information that he had been dismissed from the service. So I don't really know how he got dismissed. Was he investigated and found guilty before being dismissed? I don't know. Because sometimes if you grab someone based on information or allegation, even the allegation is there's evidence to associate, but if it does not go through the appropriate process to be convicted properly and be sentenced, then I don't think it's necessary to just dismiss him. Make sure process him, take him to court, prosecute him, nail him behind the back. Then you have done well. That's the only comment I can make on that statement.
Thank you, Mr. Dollar. We will discuss that on tomorrow by the grace of God. Maybe with the other training national issues, then we'll go home for the week and come back on Monday. But Mark, what say you, my brother? We just listen to our people, and and if someone say experienced person, also a point, another experienced person, how can we stay thinking the same song?
Yeah, the same song continue, but I learned something today looking at the images coming from the University of Liberia. Like the brother said, is the number one, the premier institution of learning in the country. We are talking about the graduate building. And now I got a clear understanding why we got more militants, revolutionaries, former ideologues, because the environment alone is more than torturing. I see why when people go purposes, they go there for military purposes because the environment, we are proud of our environment. You look at the architectural framework of the university, you look at the environment, you look at the resources that is being available. Now I got a clear understanding as to why we got more battle cry and more militant than academicians. That's just why it is, because that place reminds me of Batala Rebel Base. It's not. It doesn't look like a university. The grass, the building.
What you got about more?
No, I'm right. Young kids over there, radical land, they wear berets, they shout battle cry because the environment will transform you into a revolutionary and a militant. It's not going to give you the skill that the brother said. One of the callers said, our education we are currently here is not even sufficient to give us a job. So it means you got to be having wisdom and understanding to navigate your way, because depending on your academic credentials, it's not going to take you anywhere. Look at the environment, like I said. It's almost like on Batala base. So it's almost like a rebel training camp. They got to transfer it to some MES or AFL or Depot or something, because from what I look at over there, looking at the pictures and things from all those angles, my brother, that's not a university. It doesn't even meet the requirement of a university. I don't know how they are still considered a university. Yep, I don't know who doing the accreditation now. In Africa or West Africa, and how they are considering.
And the government was the same group of people the free time that was, I don't know, shutting down other people.
Yeah, other schools, institutional, right? Across the country, right?
Yeah, they want to do interesting for me. I like Liberia, and so good night, people. We see you on tomorrow. By the grace of the Almighty God, tomorrow will be Saturday, and we'll be here with all talking points, other issues to discuss and so forth, Mr. Dollar. Thank you so much. Good night. We see you on tomorrow by the grace of God.
Okay, bye.
All right. So, folks, there you have it. We see you on tomorrow. Good night to all of you. We love you all, but God love you the best.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who willing to sell. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The brothers giving us here and the parents of them. The work with my life without fear.
A lyrical health.
Master.
Clay Paris, who make you, I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, Tina can ask my jamo. And you no money, and Muaye, and you love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmaster.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget it now ya to money. That's the thing, and I forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandmaster.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who willing to sell. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the premise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, the San to Backwalu, from Maryland, Bonkan to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.